So I'm hoping that this is going to work, first of all, as I'm using a screen capture software I've never used before. But primarily, today we're going on a trip down memory lane. Nostalgia is my biggest nemesis, because when I start going down the nostalgia route, I lose a lot of time. But I'm a big fan of 90s nostalgia and 90s toys, and I found a website that contains several old Argos catalogues. So I thought it would be quite fun to maybe just have a look at one of these catalogues, if this video goes well, if it records properly. Maybe I can do some more, there are some more of them. So primarily I'll be focusing on the toy section. I would love to know which toys you see that you remember that you had or that you wanted but never got. It'll be interesting to see what the prices are like. I'm not sure where the tags are, so we're just going to kind of flick through it, skip past the boring bits. But there are a few things around it, like this. If you can see here, this Barbie bike, $43.75. Not a bad price for then, I think. I remember I never had that, I don't think. But I did have the scooter equivalent, but I know a lot of people. It was a very, very popular bike. This, by the way, is the 1999 Argos Catalogue. So this is spring, summer 99. I have no memory of power tools. Yeah, so in spring, summer 99, I was 7, only maybe just 7, and still very much at the age where, oh wow, they look amazing. Still at the age where my favourite activity was cutting out things that I loved from catalogues, circling things that I wanted. Still very much at that age. So for me, wow. It's also great to just look at it and see kind of, oh good heavens, what you recognise. I'm sure like most British households, we probably got a lot of our stuff from catalogues. Oh goodness. Free delivery, that's good. If you do want to skip to the bit where the toys are, I will put a timestamp in the description. I am liking that. Look at that. Yeah, I remember those days. Those were the days of our lives. Sorry, I had to do that. Completely obsolete now. I don't even know if anywhere still makes or sells CD stands. I'm sure they can be bought second hand or whatever, but yeah, I can't imagine they exist in any great quantity now. Pretty generic things. Tables. Let me know how many things you spot from your childhood, even just furniture. I used to spend, what was that? Go back. Random inflatable alien, because why not? I used to spend a lot of my childhood kind of like cutting out furniture and imagining what my dream house would look like. I had this coloured beanbag chair. I think I actually recently uploaded a picture of it in one of my nostalgia videos of me sitting in it with, I think, Rugrats dolls. Here we have the rise of the bunk beds and the cabin beds. I had bunk beds when I was about 8. That one looks pretty cool. I say that one, I had that one. Not in 1999 though. say that one, I think I have the settings on where you can see my cursor. So when I'm pointing at things, I hope you can see them. Let's have a look at what we have here. We have Teletubby Beanbag, Postman Pat, Thomas the Tank. I don't know if this middle one is licensed. Number 12. Oh, it's an Animal Hospital one. That's cool. The Wombles, Simpsons, Taz, Bug's Life, and Small Soldiers. I kind of vaguely recognise this one at the end, but I don't know. I didn't have any of those beddings, I don't think. Well, I know I didn't. Remember, I think you can sound. I'm sorry if you can hear a horn outside. That's incredibly annoying. Lights. Let's look at all the lights. She looks very excited to be hiding behind those curtains. Oh, showers. Do you remember when showers started to become a staple in everybody's homes when we were moving slowly away from baths? Oh, and those fuzzy toilet seat covers. I cannot abide those. Fancy crockery. I say fancy, I mean patterned. Oh, I recognise those ladybird mugs. I don't know if we had them or not, but they look interesting. More. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Everything just, I can't even describe. Yeah, this really does scream late 90s pots. How many different choices for pots and pans does one person need? Glasses, canned... Oh, now this one. This is one of my favourite sections, all the household bits and pieces. My father had this glass chess set. I learned to play chess on that. Kind of recognise this kitty cat photo frame. I don't think I had it, maybe I just remember it from the catalogue. I did spend a lot of my childhood looking at catalogues. And clocks. Oh, look. Tommy clock. I don't remember that, but that's very cool. The Fools and Horses, Wallace and Gromit, and Bart. Oh, this was definitely always one of my favourite sections. The pet section. They used to do a lot of hamster things, even though I'd always get my hamster cage from Pets at Home when I bought the hamster. Kettles. So much choice. Like toaster makers, food mixers, blenders. Don't worry, we'll get to the toys very soon. Microwaves, vacuum cleaners. More vacuum cleaners, irons. I won't lie to you. These were, what were they called? Ringing, oh no, I thought it was like, I don't know what I thought that was there. I wasn't really paying attention. Fans, heaters, sunbeds. I didn't know Argos used to sell sunbeds. For all I know, Argos still do sell sunbeds. I'd like to think they don't. Hands up, who remembers? Hair crimpers. I used to have crimpers just like that. I used to have crimpers just like that. And I think I used them quite a lot when I was younger. Okay, so shavers, not really interested. Oh, fun things. The 90s were significantly prominent for bubble things that you had to blow up. I remember having this little nail varnish tower. Fuzzy diaries. Little Pooh Bear activity file. I didn't have a Pooh Bear one, but I did have quite a few. Kind of just similar, along a similar thread. It's funny how a lot of the same product brands still kind of dominate today. I find that that's still the case. Top of the range cameras. Looking good. I can't remember which kind of camera we had when I was growing up. It was very basic. We never had a camcorder of any kind. Binoculars. Does Argos still sell binoculars? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not really sure why this is being very slow either. But you can get car stereos. That's pretty cool. Hi-Fis. I'm loving this yellow one at the top up here. More Hi-Fis. More Hi-Fis. Top of the range Hi-Fi down here. Oh, goodness. A wind-up radio for what looks like $59.99. Oh, excuse me. Making me very sleepy. I had the same CD player for so many years. Okay, we're on page 340 out of 497, so we must be getting pretty close to the toys. Walkmans. I had one. It was rubbish because every time you moved, the CD would skip inside of it. Satellites. Televisions. Okay, yeah, so they're massive. What can I say? I'm all against change. Change. I mean, change is a wonderful thing. It's a fabulous thing a lot of the time. But change scares me. But I would not want to go back to the days of bulky televisions. House phones. More phones. More phones. More phones. Cordless phones with answering machines, because we're almost in the 20th century. 20th, my goodness. I am tired. We're almost in the 21st century at this point. Oh, snazzy. Oh my goodness. I think this one was my first ever mobile phone. The NK402. Mine was blue and glittery, but that was definitely the button layout. It was definitely on orange, I remember that as well. Come on, why are you so slow? Answering machines. How many phones? This is ridiculous. Nobody needs to choose from this many kind of phones. We're just going to stare at a screen. Here we go. Fax machines. Word processors and typewriters. Oh, I can't even comprehend. Printer, calculator. I mean, how many calculators does one shop need to sell? Oh, this is insane. Wallace and Gromit. Oh, wow. Desks. I love desks. Okay, games. Sonic. Zoom in a little bit more. So these are for Sega. That's PC, CD software. Sonic. Sega Sonic 3D. Sega Rally. Sonic and Knuckles. Sega Sonic R. Hasbro Interactive Monopoly. Tomb Raider 3. FIFA 99. Cluedo. Combat Flight Simulator. Oh dear, I pressed the wrong button. And we went too far because I'm an idiot. Worms United. Theme Hospital! Theme Park and Tomb Raider Unfinished Business. The Big Six and Microsoft Entertainment Puzzle Pack. And here we have Teletubbies, Play School, Wallace and Gromit, Barbie, GCSE Maths and English, Mr. Happy. Oh my goodness. So we have World Atlas, Deluxe 99, via Voice Home. I don't know what that is. Greetings. I think I remember that. Isn't that where you make like cards and things? And we have a Nintendo 64, which is $99.98. I never had a 64, so I don't know if that's considered good value or not. Legend of Zelda. More games. And then this is where life gets fun. The Game Boy Color! Photography and printer, I never had those. I have Game Boy Color games. Star Wars for $14.50. Game Boy Color itself was $69.99. I had a turquoise blue one. Doesn't look like they sell that. I don't remember any of these Game Boy games. Here we have PlayStation. This is the PS original. It comes with Gran Turismo and Crash. Is that Crash Warped? I'm not sure. Spyro. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. $19.50. That seems quite expensive actually for back in the day. Tomb Raider. Over here we have Formula 1 LCD action game. Babe Pig in the City Tamagotchi. Were they the Giga Pets? I never had one of those, I only had Tamagotchis. Digimon Virtual Pet. Bug's Life. What's this one? It's another Digimon one. Furby. Laser games. Musical instruments. And we're into the toys. Oh, so we have Pooh Bear, Piglet, and Eeyore, and then Teletubbies were all the rage. I had a Lala. Lala was my favourite, but now I prefer Bo. And then, oh yes, so we have, I always wanted this Teletubby playset. Never ever got it, but I always wanted it. These little bath toys that suction onto the side of the bath. I used to love those. I think I had the Teletubbies one. I'm not 100% sure. No posing bat and a teeny weeny chess. Barney. I had this Barney here. I went to hospital when I was 4 to get my adenoids out, and I still don't really know what adenoids are, but I don't have any, so it doesn't matter. And as a well done for being a brave girl, you can have a Barney. That was my present. Pose scooter. I always wanted that, but never got it. But I did have a Barbie one. Lots of little kiddies toys here. More very young toys. I had... Oh, that looks fun. What's that? Number 20. Fisher Price Robin Hood Hideout. That looks like a lot of fun. I had this beauty here. Tomy remote control turbo. That's not it. Number 13. The description for number 13 must be on the other page. Basically, it's Thomas the Tank, and Thomas would well, one of them, I can't remember which one, but they'd pick up the coat from here, and it gets scooped down, and then it'd get in the car, and then I can't really remember what I'm talking about, to be honest. But it was pretty amazing. I absolutely loved it. More scooters. This is the scooter that I had. this Barbie one here. That looks far too big for that girl. The child looks far too happy. Yep, this is definitely the 90s. Oh my goodness. Do you remember moon shoes? I never had those, but I really wanted them. Garden toys. I always love a garden toy. I always thought it would be really cool to have a big swimming pool in your garden. Now I realise that they're not that impressive. Not really, not logistically, but they're still pretty neat. More garden toys. Little mini trampolines before the whole craze of having big trampolines came in. And then we have, let's have a look. What do we have here? We have, oh, they're cool. I had, I don't know if I had that tent exactly, but I had one like it. I never had the Teletubby ones, but they look awesome fun. And over here we have some house toys. Pretty sure, like every other child who existed in the 90s, we all had a kind of plastic food supply. I had a kitchen. Not one of those ones, I don't think. Also, it's a boy using a vacuum cleaner in the 90s. Like, that's incredible. Nowadays, it would be a girl doing it, even though we're aware that that is often coming across as sexist. That's incredible. Oh, this. I had this. Did I? This Barbie thing. I had a table. It wasn't a desk, I had the table version, which doesn't appear to be here. But it was absolutely incredible. Poe chair looks a lot of fun. I had this. This Chico Vanity. I think most little girls my age did. I have a microphone. It's very cool. Walkie-talkies. Yeah. A lot of very cool stuff there. That kind of just screams 90s. Excuse me. I had these Barbie walkie-talkies. I don't think I ever learned how to use them. But I tried. I definitely tried. Barbie typewriter. That's very cool. I always wanted a metal detector. I don't know what I was going to do with it, but I always wanted one. Oh, remember those stationery kits? Oh, they were like the epitome of my childhood, as was Crayola. Love Crayola. I don't recognise any of those kits. I didn't have too many Crayola kits. I had mostly, like this kind of stuff here. Like, you know, they definitely had those drawers. Pets and Friends stampers. I don't recognise those, but I definitely had these crazy colouring pens. They're all stamps. I don't know if we can zoom in anymore to get a proper look. These stamper ones here, and it's a bit fuzzy, but you get the idea. Etch A Sketchy kind of things. Oh my goodness, the Get Set Chocolate Factory. I don't think I had that, but I did have the Candle Factory. I don't remember ever doing anything with it, but I had it. Buckaroo I had, Frustration I had, Kerplunk, Mousetrap, Operation and Guess Who, I had those. The big board games in my house, big board game people. Monopoly. I only had Junior Monopoly and Pictionary. What do we have here? We have electronic games, height of modern technology, 3D puzzles, and then we have, what on earth is that? a lazy Beanie Baby. No thank you. We do have Zaf Creation, my model styling head. I don't believe I had that one, but certainly I had ones like it. And we have Baby All Gone. The milk, when you tipped it upside down, would kind of magically disappear. And this spoon would magically make cherries appear when you put them in the cherry thing. And the cherry thing smelled of cherries. Oh, Baby Born. Oh, I had this. This Winnie the Pooh bag. I don't remember all the accessories, but I do remember having the bag. So it's possible I might have got it from like a car boot sale or something. I'm not really too sure. Baby Expressions looks slightly terrifying. We have all kinds of prams and more push chairs. I had this one here. This buggy. My baby dolls. Oh, Barbie, what are we going to do with you? She just turned 60. Look at the waist on that doll. People wonder why I grew up with issues. Actually, I don't think it was Barbie's fault. Shelley really giggles. Cool. Lots and lots and lots of Barbie dolls. Oh my goodness! Disney Polly Pockets. We'll get there in a second. Equestrian Barbie. Fruit Fantasy Barbie. I don't remember her. Makes real bubbles. Okay, let's go here. Oh, let's have a quick look over here. Cool. Gina's World. Don't remember those. Little Disney Polly Pockets. The Pooh House. I never had that. The Mini Pooh House. I didn't have that. The Jungle Book. That's cool. This one I did have. The Lion King one. We have Simba, Nala, Kovu. I can't see. Oh, there's Zazu up there. Is that a smudge or is that Kiara? You get Kiara and I think you get Timon and Pumbaa, if I remember. This is the Cinderella castle I had. I wanted the bigger, better one that came with little mice. I never got it. But yeah, I loved this castle. Beauty and the Beast. Oh, Polly Pockets. Don't recognize any of those. Don't recognize those. I don't recognize any of those. Actually, I kind of recognize this one. Maybe I had that one. Oh, Pets to Go. I don't think I had any Pets to Go, but I certainly remember them. Animal Hospital. I think the only one that I had was this Jeep. I remember the Jeep very well. See, we are going to zoom in a little bit more. Oopsies, I zoomed the wrong way. Zoom. Okay. My Little Pony. I had My Little Ponies. I don't know if I had any sets or just the ponies. Pound Puppies! I had this one that folds up into a van. I remember that well. Pocket Dragons. Oh, lovable bears. They were proper cute. Didn't they smell? Were they not scented? I'm not sure. Oh, Rugrats. I had the Angelica doll. I've got a picture of me with that somewhere. I had these figures, but I don't know if they were... Yes, in the door. What? Come on then. I was a big Rugrats fan. Okay, so we're getting into the boys' toys now, and as you may have gathered, I was quite a girly girl. So I'm not really going to be able to give too much insight into any of these boys' toys. I say boys' toys, the ones that are marketed as boys' toys. They're in the boys' section, but of course, girls can play with them too. I did have a Buzz Lightyear. My Buzz Lightyear was my 8th birthday present. So that would have been the year after this catalogue came out. Oh, I remember the Flick Room Guard. I never had it, but I remember it being advertised. Action Man. What's that? What's number 10? Action Man and X. Action Man has a new enemy to defeat. Is Action Man wearing a police uniform? Was Action Man in the police? Is Action Man like Barbie, where he has like 20 million different professions? Or is he? I don't know. I've never really known much about Action Man. Over here we have Transformers. I don't really know, I'm afraid. We have cars. I did have a lot of cars because I have two older male cousins, and their cars all got kind of passed down to me. Hot Wheels. We have Matchbox. Actual size. It's pretty cool. Okay. Micro Machines. I think I had a couple of Micro Machine toys, courtesy of my male cousins. But I don't really remember them. I don't have any kind of nostalgic feeling towards them, if you like. But do let me know if you recognise anything. We have race cars, Grand Prix, World Rally, Audi Racing, Mini Racing, Jumpy Zips, Jaguar, Hornby. Always wanted a model train set. I've never had one. Always wanted a model train set. Excuse me. Lego. I didn't have much Lego as a child. I had big bricks. I had like the so big you can't swallow them kind of bricks. But not the actual Lego bricks. I had a couple. Connects. I never had any Connects. To this day I don't really understand how it works. Or what it is, really. Oh my goodness, what's that? Sand yacht. That looks awesome. Data banks. Secret diary. These are like... I had this. The IQ builder. It had like... you could do spelling. I think you could do maths. That's all I remember. Oh, here we go. 14 activities, English, maths, and music. Yeah, I had that. That was a lot of fun. I think we're coming to the end. Desktop version is cute. And yeah, we've come all the way, I think. Possibly. Are we at the end? Is the end nigh? Pushchairs. Baby Gates. Baby Gates. It's Bill Gates' child. Jewelry boxes. Watches. Actually, I had whatever kids' jewelry I had would have come from like Argos or something. Men's watches. Excuse me. Excuse me. Argos always had really interesting ways of displaying their products. I never really understood them. Oh, kitty jewelry, here we go. We have no watch that I recognise. That Forever Friends one is cute. I kind of secretly... Oh no, I had that Barbie watch! I had that Barbie watch! Ah! $3.99. That feels incredibly cheap, even when even without inflation. That pole looks slightly exhausted. And there we go. we've reached the end of our travel back in time to Argos in 1999, spring and summer. I would love to know what you recognise, and if it brought back any memories for you, and if there was anything here that you didn't get but wish you had, but now looking back at it, it looks like it would have been a massive disappointment, as most children's toys are. But I had great fun going through this, and I hope you did too.